It's our first time in Ghent, or, you know, Ghent.
A couple of months back, we made a video in Antwerp, and a lot of the comments were like, you have to go to Ghent next. The thing is, we didn't actually know that much about Ghent. We moved to the Netherlands 3 years ago, and since then, we've eaten our way through a lot of Dutch cities, but we've also kind of fallen in love with Belgium. And up to now, we've only really been to Brussels, Antwerp, Liège, and Essen, which, yes, is the place where we ate 20 things from a free tour.
Oh my god.
It's our first time in Ghent, so of course we'll be visiting the famous Gravensteen castle and climbing the Belfry, but we'll also be trying 2 Belgian sandwiches that honestly sound incredible and trying to figure out what the heck Belgian style pizza is.
There's no pizza sauce.
It's remarkably similar to vol au vent, though. This bakery claims to be the oldest bakery in Ghent, and we're here for 2 reasons. Breakfast, because we're starving, and cuberdons. Goedemorgen.
Okay, well, the bakery was actually a bit of a bust because I got a broodje, which looks delicious, but is unfortunately cold. And they did not have any cuberdons. However, next door, they did. They had a cuberdon cart.
Mixed or original?
Mixed.
Mixed, yeah.
And we bought what are probably overpriced cuberdons.
Oh no, they are extremely overpriced. Guess how much this was?
15 euros.
No.
How much?
20. I think we just got ripped off big time.
At least 12 extra to bring home.
It is true. There are a lot in here. This feels very heavy.
Okay, so we got the mixed box, which I think these are the traditional ones, the purple ones, and then I don't know what the other ones are. I'm gonna guess there's some sort of fruit flavor.
Yeah. Should we try a traditional one?
Yeah, let's try a traditional one.
Okay, so I read that the traditional way to eat these is to bite off the tip and suck out the gooey, sticky syrup before it drips all over your shirt.
Oh, so you should be a pro. Okay, so there's sugar, it's raspberry flavoring and gelatin, and it's got a candy shell on the outside.
It's like a not so sweet gumdrop.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, you should try one, it's good.
I'm gonna try the green one because, I mean, maybe it's either green apple or maybe it's lime or maybe it's something fun that I don't even know about. I think it's a lime. Very accurate to say that it's basically a sticky gumdrop. Okay, cuberdons, check. What's next?
So there are probably 2 less famous foods that we're looking for today. A couple of weeks ago, we tried a bunch of fried snacks from a Belgian free tour, and we saw all of these sandwiches on the menu that we just didn't have the stomach space for. That was then, this is now. But before we get to that, let's go take a look at these beautiful sites I've heard so much about.
No.
This is the Gravensteen Castle. It was built in 1180 and it is smack dab right in the middle of the city.
So apparently, if you were in one of the higher social classes, you would get executed with this sword, which has a blunt tip because it was less embarrassing than being hanged.
So evidently the castle was only used as a residence for like 200 years, and afterwards it was used as a prison. I think we're in the dungeon right now, I think. And if you look closely, we should look along the walls because there's etchings that you can still see that were made by prisoners that were held here.
You're holding your hand like a rich person. Let's make a deal. It's spooky back here.
What?
It's spooky back here.
Be careful.
I can't see anything.
Do you need a flashlight? Jesus Christ. You scare me so bad.
Why are you scared?
I don't know.
Is there any etchings?
I don't see anything, no.
You know what's crazy is when I go in that area, your microphone disconnects from the camera.
Does it really?
Yeah, like there's something about like how thick this stone is that makes it so that it can't reach.
Oh, that's not where I was going with that.
Oh, you think it's ghosts?
Yeah. I mean, don't
ghosts?
ghosts have like an electromagnetic presence where they can make electronics act weird? Okay, so there's a bit of a story about this next place. When we got in last night, we got in kind of late, so I was looking for dinner, something like takeout pizza or anything that was close by the hotel. So when I searched for pizza online, I found Belgian pizza, which I don't think is a thing, but let's go investigate. This is Automat, and they add duvel beer to their pizza dough, hence the Belgian style pizza. But wait, it gets Belgianer. We got the vol au vent pizza, oh, and a duvel. It's a duvel 2 ways.
I love how you're giving me full eye contact while drinking that beer.
That is really weird,
creepy,
isn't it? Yeah. So vol au vent is a puff pastry, usually stuffed with chicken, meatballs, and this type of like bechamel sauce. I'm seeing the chicken, I'm seeing the meatballs, and I'm seeing what appears to be some sort of bechamel sauce. Oh yeah, and mushrooms. Look at this. This crust is already just like so crispy.
Already? Like the crispiness is, you would normally expect the pizza crust crispiness to develop over time. Oh my God, I'm so excited to eat this. Taking thumbnail pictures is like the worst thing about doing YouTube YouTube videos. Oh, it's interesting.
Yeah.
There's no pizza sauce.
No, it's remarkably similar to vol au vent though. It's not quite as like indulgent and rich as vol au vent, and I think that's because of the crust.
Okay, well, I arranged to have some vol au vent actually delivered here so we can try it and compare it.
Where is it? Dang it. Wouldn't that be great if we had prepared for that?
What, you like have it in your backpack all morning?
Yeah, like I just carry it around with me and present it.
No, you only carry cuberdons.
That is
No
true.
vol au vent.
They're still in there. It'll be our dessert after this.
It's not crunchy, this crust is. My guess is that the dough will be our kind of crisp up the crust, because it's very crunchy. And it actually has a little bit more of a yeasty flavor. Like it almost tastes like a cracker versus just regular pizza dough. It's pretty good.
If you're new here, we typically rate food on a scale of 0 to 5 stroopwafels, 5 being the best thing we've ever had and 0 being the worst. But since we're in Belgium,
Well, you make it sound like it's a tier list.
that is true.
5 is a really, really good thing and 0 is a bad thing.
Yeah, that's fair. So since we're in Belgium, we've modified our scale to a Belgian waffle scale where the current conversion rate is 1-to-1. And I would give this pizza 4 Belgian waffles.
Okay, so the question is was that place touristy and overpriced? And I think the answer is a safe no. Michelle got a beer. I got a house-made lemonade. So I'll say it was like a premium non-alcoholic beverage. And then we got one pizza and shared it, which is a pretty decent-sized pizza. And the whole thing came out to 30 euros with tips. I'd say it's a pretty good deal.
Oh, wow, that's a lot cheaper than I
There were
thought
a
it was
lot of
gonna be.
tourists in there.
It
But
was
I would
full
say
of
that makes it like, I guess that makes it touristy, but it wasn't overpriced. It was very good too. I do recommend it. What do you think, Michelle? You want to get pizza again?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's special. We don't
It's
have
so
Pizza Hut in the
special.
Netherlands. Although I wouldn't say that we ate Pizza Hut that often when we lived in the United States anyway, so
No.
I'm not really craving it. Now,
Gosh.
if Belgium had a Chipotle, then we'd be talking.
I'd be there. I can only think of 2 times that we've gotten Pizza Hut in the entire time that we've been together.
Okay, but how many times have we eaten Chipotle in Paris?
Once. This is the Belfry of Ghent. Now, you might be wondering, what the heck is a belfry? Well, it's the part of the tower that contains the bells. Yep, that checks out.
You can't see any bells from here.
No, you can't.
Okay. They said it was 60 steps to the first, I guess, floor. And then after that, there's an elevator that goes to the top, and then there's a few more stairs. So far, I think this is going to be a lot easier than the towers that we climbed in the Netherlands. We'll see.
This is cool. This is like steampunk dragon.
So the belfry was used as like a place that would alert people if there was like incoming danger into the city. And that dragon that we just saw down there, they used it. I don't think that was the original one, but they used it. There's one I think at the top
Really?
of the tower right now, and it was like for a time it actually breathed fire. Breathed.
Breathed.
You know, there were also actual guards, but the dragon was
That's
sort of like a
amazing.
mascot,
Yeah,
Sort of like
mascot
a
for
first-
guards.
a first line of defense.
Yeah, do you
Didn't
know?
want to fuck with the dragon.
Yeah. Do you know how tall this tower is?
At least 6 feet.
Yeah, that is true. Good job. It's 91 meters.
Everyone's just gonna write in the comments if we don't say it.
Yeah, it's 91 meters, which I think is like in the upper middle height of the towers that we've climbed in the Netherlands before.
This is probably the room you go to when you do have a guided tour.
I think so. This is cool.
Will you be my instructor?
Yeah. Welcome to the bell room. If you look to your left, if you look to your right, you'll see lots of bells. And if you ring the bells, they'll make noise, but don't touch them. We did it. It's less exciting when you don't go up and down though.
When you don't go up and down?
Like you feel less satisfied.
Oh. Do you prefer to go up and down?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Lemon's my least favorite of the ones so far.
Really?
Whenever they make candy and they've got like multiple flavors, no one ever wants the lemon one.
No, it's always the reject.
Okay, so in Ghent, a sandwich was made here. It's called the martino, and it's actually originally from the Martino restaurant, which I believe only opens for dinner, which we're not able to go to today. But they're famous for something called a broodje martino, and we went to this place called Kleindock, which is right across the river,
Some water.
and they were out It said it was not available.
Oh my gosh.
So we walked all the way over here to see a different part of town and get a broodje martino, and unfortunately there was no broodje martino to be had.
I'm so sad because I've been wanting to try this for a long time. This was like one of the sandwiches that we were like, yes, we need to get this.
Well, we're gonna get it. We're just not gonna get it from our first choice. Or our second choice, I guess. I guess technically that was our second choice.
That is true. See, the problem with searching for a martino here is everyone's like, go to the restaurant martino, and I would love to, but they don't open for another like 3 hours.
All right, calm down.
We made our way to Noon, which is a small cafe that serves up sandwiches, and we found the broodje martino.
It could also be known.
I feel like it's probably Noon because it's a sandwich place and you eat sandwiches around noon.
But if it was in Dutch, it would be known.
Known. Anyway, we found it. Isn't that very exciting?
I'm excited.
Yes, I am very excited. So the broodje martino is a sandwich that features raw beef paste, which we have had before. And I know it sounds a little odd, but it's actually really, really delicious. And this one contains some raw onion, some anchovies, and pickles.
Anchovies?
Yes.
I think there's a spicy sauce on there too.
Spicy sauce.
Well, there's some sort of red sauce.
And I do believe that this version is like a little controversial. So either people love it or they hate it because of the anchovies that are on it.
At this restaurant.
At
this
this-
version, meaning that this restaurant's version.
I don't know if that's true or not. I think there are versions of the broodje martino that contain anchovies. It's not specific to the way that Noon serves
I
it.
see.
Yeah, that's what I read on Reddit at least.
Okay. Oh my God, why did you eat the broodje martino upside down?
Holy shit.
Really?
Oh my God, this is so good.
There's something you guys might not know about me, and that's I really like anchovies. So Michelle's reaction to this is, I think, gonna bode very well for me. It smells brainy because of the pickles and the anchovies. Oh, wow. Oh, it's like the briniest hamburger pickles. Very strong anchovy flavor. And you get a little bit of the oiliness from the anchovy. I get a little bit of the filet American, like the spiced beef flavor. It's not very strong. Little kick from the spicy sauce. Honestly, it reminds me of like a very well-rounded broodje haring. Honestly, it's 5 waffles. It's an easy 5.
It's an easy 5
This
waffles.
is delicious.
Here's what I find so remarkable about this sandwich is like, I can't actually like necessarily taste the individual items inside of it. It just comes together to create this like slightly spicy, briny, tangy, like Worcestershire sort of, there's Worcestershire sauce, I think, in the overall sauce that's
Really?
on here. Yeah. You know, like I don't bite into it and be like, oh, I taste onion, or even like, oh, I taste anchovies. It just like creates its own thing.
Hey, do you like coming together?
Yeah, of course. It's great. Who doesn't? I'm about to call a sandwich. This sandwich is
Because
about
of it.
Because of it. This
Not on
sandwich.
it. You don't
Do
have
you
to-
need me
you
to
don't have
break
to-
it down and say it again really loudly because there's people around us?
You don't have to say it again.
Okay. I'm so glad we came here. I can't believe I missed this initially.
Ghent or the sandwich place?
Well, I was referencing the sandwich place, but also Ghent because the sandwich place is in Ghent.
And the sandwich is from Ghent as well. That broodje costs €6. So, I mean, there's nothing touristy or overpriced about that either. I don't think a lot of people are coming over here to get a broodje martino though, but if they're not, they really should. It's probably one of the best sandwiches I've ever had in my entire life. I think that's saying something. Also, I'm a little upset. Michelle and I had this like running gag that we were gonna do in this video, and it required us to make the joke and then like pick it up again at a few different places, and we just completely forgot to do it until we were at like the third point of the joke. And we were like, oh, well, it's not gonna be funny if we start saying it now.
The stress of the lack of martino really threw us off.
Well, we forgot before that though.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I just think we're bad vloggers.
We are, yeah.
Like and subscribe.
This is Ghent's Graffiti Street, and I read that it's Ghent's answer to Prague's Lenin Wall.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what it means either. I thought maybe we would see that when we were in Prague, but maybe not. It's a great fact. So sixth grade. Y'all, we are having so much fun exploring Belgium, and we really want to know where we should go next. Should it be Bruges or Leuven or somewhere else? Let us know in the comments. Oh, it's hard when you got all those cuberdons in your backpack.
Okay, so while we're on this incredibly long walk to get an incredibly unhealthy but probably delicious sandwich, hopefully, I thought it might be interesting to talk about our feelings about our day in Ghent. And I think the best way to put it, and this might be controversial, and if it is, I apologize, sort of, it's like a small Antwerp. Like it's small and has a similar style, has great food, just like Antwerp. Yeah, I don't know how much else to say. That's what it is to me. Like I love Antwerp, and like I think it's one of my favorite cities in Europe. Great food, beautiful sights. It's not as busy here, which is also kind of nice. You know, I guess that's one of the perks of being here. But yeah, I don't know. It's just I kind of expected it to be like a whole thing, or honestly like super touristy, and it's not necessarily either of those things. It is a little bit of both of those things, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I'd be just as happy in either city.
Yeah, me too. I expected it to feel like really different. And the whole time we're here, I'm like, it feels kind of familiar. And I think that's why.
Yeah.
And honestly,
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, we sort of put off coming here for a little bit because we're like, is it too touristy? Is it not? And I really don't think it is.
Yeah, we were actually really worried it would be too touristy. But no, it's just touristy enough.
Just touristy enough for us.
Okay, it's been like an hour, and now we are at Friture Bay XL.
Yes.
Is that right?
It is.
And we're here for what is apparently called a French hamburger, or a Brussels France hamburger. Hamburger.
Yeah.
Hamburger? Anyway, we actually had just found this place randomly on Google. Well, Michelle found this place. And we took an Uber to get here because we're running out of time. And the driver was like, oh, you're in for a real treat. That's the best one you can get in Ghent.
And I was so excited. Yes, he gave us a recommendation. He told us the history of this. Evidently, this originated.
This isn't true, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he told us that this originated in Brussels, and they are related to the shop in Brussels that made it originally.
Yeah, and he said it's almost as good.
Almost as good. And
a rave review.
They make their bread in-house.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Yeah.
And I'm like super excited, especially because I thought we were just like,
I was feeling so
happened to go
down
to this
about
place.
everything.
Yeah, we were supposed to go to the free Ketel. I don't know if we said that, but
yeah, which is also good, but let's do this.
Dankjewel.
Dankjewel.
It's here.
It's here, and it is rubber banded shut because it is overflowing with fries. I'm so excited about
What
this.
is this? We
Okay.
never actually said.
Like, what is it exactly?
Yeah, I think you should probably tell people that have never heard of it what it is.
All right, so this is a French hamburger, or as I've been calling it all day, a mitraillette, which I asked someone about and they didn't seem to recognize that name. But this beauty is a nice soft baguette with some sort of meat inside, andalous, slaw, and fries.
And I think the meat and the sauce are up to you.
Exactly.
But well, up to the store maybe,
Up
right?
to-
Dankjewel.
Dankjewel. It's either up to the store or up to you. This one was just straight up French hamburger, came with the kit patty,
Yeah.
and that was it.
But I do think like they often like sometimes some shops will put like doner in it, and then I don't know.
I think the shop that we were going to go to also just had like kind of deli meat inside of it too,
Yeah.
which was interesting.
And I don't think there's a default sauce, right? The
No,
sauce.
there's no default sauce.
Okay, we picked
Yeah.
andalous because we thought it would go well with it.
We love andalous
Yeah.
sauce, so gotta get like.
Why do you always eat the sandwiches upside down?
They taste better that way?
It honestly reminds me a lot of a hamburger. It's like the name is like very fitting. The fries on it is a really nice touch, and I obviously love andalous sauce. I don't know, it kind of reminds me of something between a burger and like a burger and the broodje Mexicano smokes that we had in Antwerp.
Yep.
It sits somewhere in the middle. I do love the fries on it though. I don't see why you would never like just always put fries on a sandwich.
Any sandwich.
Yeah, just do it. This is tough because I think like originally we were gonna say like, oh, martino or mitraillette, but I mean they're completely different sandwiches.
Yeah, it's really difficult to compare them. This to me is kind of like a late night snack sandwich that would absolutely slap when you're like really hungry and maybe you've been drinking because it's got the fries on it.
It's almost like broodje Mexicano smokes or
or mitraillette.
Yeah, French
But
hamburger.
that's not what we're here to evaluate.
No, that's not our mission for the
Yeah,
day.
so I think they're both good in their own right. They're just very different sandwiches.
Yeah, they're
How's
very-
that for a political answer?
No, I think that is perfect. You
Okay.
really like danced around that for sure.
Thank you. Well, how many waffles?
I'm gonna give it 3.5 waffles.
Okay, I'll give it 3.5 waffles.
Yeah.
That seems right.
Sandwiches in Ghent are the way to go. They're fairly priced and delicious.
Yeah, spend your money on dinner.
And that's a wrap on our amazing day in Ghent. Honestly, we can't wait to come back and explore even more of Belgium, but for now, we're heading back to the Netherlands. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see y'all next week.
Tot